From the Convergence Studio in the School of Communication, this is Loyola News Chicago.
Hello and welcome to Loyola News Chicago. I'm Victoria Cservenyak.
And I'm Ashley Barnes. Here's the latest news. Stores around the Water Tower campus are confronting thieves who are gone in a flash. Campus safety sent a warning to students, and Loyola is working with the Chicago Police Department on the problem. A group referred to as the Flash Mob of Offenders recently robbed several businesses along Michigan Avenue near the Water Tower campus. According to the Chicago police reports, the North Face and John Hancock building lost more than $2,700 worth of merchandise. Filene's Basement was another one of the business's hits, along with Columbia Sportswear next door. Altogether, police say the thieves have taken more than $5,000 in goods. Police say the offenders exit the Chicago Red Line stop and storm the stores, taking as much as they can before running out. One worker says more than 15 teens were involved in one incident. Police have arrested some of the suspects, including girls and boys as young as 14. Starting last week, Chicago police have placed several units under the Water Tower campus community. A report out of Rome that a female student from the John Felice Rome Center was sexually assaulted recently. The report says that she was at dinner with friends in Rome when she was groped by a man unaffiliated with Loyola. The student quickly reported the assault to authorities and was offered counseling. Dean of Students Jane Neufeld says that in her 23 years of Loyola, nothing has ever happened like this before at the Rome Center campus. While Neufeld says the Rome Center does a good job of educating students on safety, some students believe there needs to be some education on handling security situations. Neufeld recently heard from this female student and says she is getting the assistance she needs and is working to move on.
There is controversy over Loyola's new core changes. Loyola officials say the core curriculum changes for next fall will yield a more effective core education. But many students are outraged over the omission of several ethnic studies courses. The omitted courses include Intro to the Quran, Religion in America, World Religions, and Buddhism. They'll be replaced by a new, broader course called Intro to the Black World Religions. The Loyola Phoenix reports the core curriculum committee says the changes will provide a broader learning foundation in the Jesuit tradition. The committee also says that even if the courses aren't in the core, they can still be offered assuming enough people enroll in them. The courses would count toward elective credit. College seniors studying accounting are in luck. A new salary survey from the National Association of Colleges and Employers says accounting firms are handing out more offers to the class of 2011 than companies in any other area. According to the survey, the top 5 areas hiring this year are accounting, both public and private, consulting, financial and treasury analysis, sales, and investment banking. The authors note that results are still being tallied. As more companies make offers, an updated version will come out in the spring.
Too many Facebook friends may be causing you more stress. According to a study by psychologists from a university in Scotland, Facebook may lead to anxiety for some users. The study of 200 students found the more Facebook friends they have, the more anxious people become. But some Loyola students we talked to say they aren't stressed by the number of friends they have on Facebook.
I think it's pretty manageable. Don't keep in touch with everybody out of those friends, but keep in touch with a few.
I don't believe it makes me anxious because to be honest, everybody that I'm Facebook friends with, I have met and I'm friends with, but when it comes down to it, I probably only manage anywhere between 20 to 30 of those, so it's...
The study also found that many Facebook users feel guilty for deleting friends. Despite the negative effects, users were hesitant to draw from the site in fear of missing important social information.
What is the one thing in life that makes you happy? 2 Loyola students have been confronting people with that kind of profound question. I recently followed Josh and Dan around to see how their project is going. Josh Terry and Dan Rogers aren't just going around campus talking to strangers for fun. In October 2010, they created a social experiment called The Question to find out exactly what makes people happy.
People have different ideas about life, and lots of people have different values and things, so we said, why not, talk to the students on Loyola, we live here, we can do it during passing period between classes, and we just started interviewing people.
I walked out of lunch in Martes and walked out into CFSU, and they were down in here, and they just came up to me and said, hey, would you like to be on the question? And all my friends had already been on it, and I was excited, so I was like, yes, of course, and I had my answer and everything ready, and so they just took my picture, and then I went to class.
Motivated by location and curiosity, Josh approaches a person, asks the question, and has him or her sign a form for legal purposes. Then, Dan takes the picture of the subjects who aren't the only ones left smiling.
We've definitely made a lot more friends, you know, and like, it's been really cool because it's good. Their friends have been talking, and like, it's just been
just to see how social everybody is on campus, and to see how like media affects people and how everyone can learn about each other so easily.
And when you ask what brings them happiness, their response was,
you got to check out the book for that. We've told everybody that we're not going to answer that.
Their social experiment is gaining a lot of Loyola support and a large following. Since October, there's been almost 45,000 hits on the website, thequestionbook.us. While the book and price are still under negotiations, the goal is to have the project printed by the end of the semester. Victoria Cservenyak, Loyola News Chicago. Josh and Dan will be finished with the question soon, and their book will be available later in campus bookstores.
Coming up, we'll show you some of the more unusual ways nuns are depicted in culture.
And the Rambler men battle their rivals in volleyball while trying to keep a perfect record. We'll show you what happened.
G-morning, sunshine. Wakey, wakey. Text me. Are your parents home later? We can hang. LUV, love you. JK. Holla back. Holla back. Holla back.
Are you with your friends? That's lame.
We're in a huge fight right now. XO. What'd you dream about?
Something I did?
Are you on your way to the
I'm
mall?
lonely.
Nude pics. Send me some. Text me.
Abandoned and lost. From the dark, cold streets of the city to a cage in the local shelter, to heaven, your lap.
This week marked a historic election in Chicago, the first time in 64 years that a sitting mayor was not on the ballot. And the winner, Rahm Emanuel, will become the city's first Jewish mayor when he's sworn in May. And Loyola wasn't left out of the election excitement. Maguire Hall on the Water Tower campus was one of 2 polling places at Loyola. The slow pace of voters our crew saw at Maguire apparently echoed what was happening elsewhere. Citywide, voter turnout was less than 42%. Still, one voter we talked to has high expectations for the new mayor.
Personally, I just like to see people put first. A lot of times when you're looking at political candidates and you're kind of viewing their actions, it kind of seems as though they have some of their own personal interest or corporate interest in mind.
And many Loyola students got a close look at election night, including some journalism students who spent the evening at a candidate's campaign headquarters.
Talking on your cell phone for 50 minutes can actually change your brain cell activity. Scientists at the National Institute of Healthcare are unsure whether that causes any harm, but their study shows that the human brain is sensitive to electromagnetic radiation caused by cell phones. Other studies have linked cell phone radiation to brain cancer, but this new study does not shed any light on that subject. Scientists suggest the need for more studies, but some users are not taking any chances, using earphones rather than placing the phone directly to the ear.
Brittany Arnold is here with sports. Hey Brittany, how are the Ramblers doing this week?
There was a lot of sports going on this weekend. The men's volleyball team took on longtime rivals Lewis Tuesday night in the Alumni gym. The number 12 Ramblers were able to outlast the number 14 Lewis with a 3-2 win last night. Even though Lewis came out with a 3-0 lead in the first set, Loyola quickly diminished it with a 3-point run to even the score to 3-3. The teams managed to bring the match to a tie in the third and fourth sets, but Loyola came out and won set 5, 25-23.
I expect a high-intensity game tonight from a local rival in Lewis. They're about 40 minutes away in Romeoville. We're both undefeated in conference, so come out and enjoy the show.
After a positive win, the Ramblers are already looking ahead, and team captain Tommy Becker is positive on the rest of the season.
We hope to win every conference match from here on out. It's a big deal to have home court advantage in the end of the year conference tournament to eventually advance the NCAA Final Four, so we hope to do that. Alumni Gym's a good home court advantage for us.
The men will be playing UNITA on Friday night at 7 p.m. in the Alumni Gym. The Ramblers stay perfect with a 5-0 record. While the men's basketball team may have come up short on Saturday against St. Peter's with a 71-67 loss, one Rambler stood out by a long shot. Senior Geoff McCammon drained 4 3-pointers on Saturday to surpass former Rambler Derek Mullis' record of 75 consecutive threes in a season. McCammon not only made his first collegiate record, he also scored a career high of 20 points that night.
It was an honor because it's the first record I've ever broken as far as high school and college. And second off, it was an honor to do it on my senior night. It's my last performance at home, and it was a great night for me. I broke a record, and I had another 20-point game.
Being the last home game of the season, all of the seniors were contributors, scoring a combined 39 points. Although the Ramblers lost their final game at Gentile, they are looking forward to opponent Valparaiso Thursday night for a win. As for the women's basketball season winds down, the Ramblers are looking to end a 3-game losing streak. The Ramblers will face Wright State on Thursday in the Gentile Center. With only 2 weeks left in the season, the Ramblers are currently tied with Detroit for a 7th seed in the upcoming Horizon League Championship. And the indoor track season is winding down. The Ramblers runners are spending the week preparing for the weekend's Horizon League Championship in Ohio. That's it for sports.
Thanks, Brittany.
You're welcome.
The black and white photographs by Lu Nan are touching people, including Loyola's own Jameson Chen, who was interviewed by the Chicago Tribune. Although the Chinese Communist government under Mao Zedong banned religion for years, the photos show the strong faith of the people in China during the time when underground churches were created. For years, the pictures were displayed under various names. Now the Loyola exhibit is the first to house all 60 photos under Lu's real name. Because the economy and the standard of living has improved in China, many people are shocked by these photos. At Loyola, a professor's documentary on nuns is getting some national recognition. Communication professor Bryn Ortega Murphy directed the documentary called A Question of Habit, which looks at a nun's popular culture. It won an Award of Excellence in the Festival of Media Arts for the Broadcast Education Association. The documentary is narrated by actress Susan Sarandon. Here's a clip showing some of the unusual ways nuns are depicted.
This not quite human status has made it easy to completely remove nuns from their interesting and important stories and allow their images, almost always in full habit, to be used by anyone who thinks they can profit by sticking it on their product. They are encased in soap, shot out of toy guns, and literally bowled down. You can wipe your mouth or blow your nose with them.
You can find out more from A Question of Habit on YouTube. It has also been accepted for the New York Film Festival, so congratulations, Professor Murphy.
The memories of Damon Hall will soon not be forgotten. Loyola has announced the winners of the poem writing contest, Ode to Damon Hall. Many students were excited to see Damon Hall demolished to make room for the planned Cuneo Hall. Out of 58 entries, junior Dustin Parmenter won with his poem, A Call from Lady Damon. Here is part of the winning poem. I had my time, oh the stories I could tell. I watched generations pass, learning, forgetting, falling out of and into love. For his Ode to Damon, Dustin won $500. You know, I entered this poem too, but I don't think my poem was worth $500.
I think I want to hear some of it. Want to give us a little shout out?
I'll bring it next time.
Next time.
That's our news. For now, thanks for watching.
Join us next time or next week for more Loyola News Chicago.